Hello and welcome to the Roboboots Podcast. Okay, so this week's intro was brought to you by Kanye West.
He supported us. He was like, yo, guys, I really think that what you're doing here is great. Let's get as many designers and thinkers and scientists and musicians, and we'll make a utopia.
He was like, now, Jason, I know you think you got the greatest intro of all time, but I'm going to make it even better. Now, hold on. Let me get Jay-Z in here.
It's done. It's done. It's done.
He put us through a computer like Tron, and here we are.
And it sounded... I think we should win an award for that.
I think T-Pain has something to say about that.
I don't know about that.
What does T-Pain have to say? I'm in love with a stripper. T-Pain, motherfucker. So this is like American Idol. Just text to the number that you see on your screen. Text yes if you want us to keep doing auto-tune every minute.
This week on the video little thing, we'll have a phone number you can text. And I'm getting a text right now.
I'm really going to put your phone number in the podcast.
Don't put my phone number on the podcast.
We need to introduce who we are. We're a minute, almost 2 minutes in. When I did that, it sounded like I was going to auto-tune, but when I touched my chest, like it was reboot.
You've installed something in your chest, I guess.
Installed? Did rapists install Alex Hanley?
Rapist rockets?
No, Alex Rockets.
Oh, Alex Rockets into the sky.
Okay, I'm Alex Hanley. I'm the host of this podcast. People like to call me hot saucerman.
Sometimes he'll toast. Not the most, though.
Shut the fuck.
I just like to boast. My name's Jason Church. I'm the co-host. It's about all I do. Sometimes I'll get snacks for us. Other times...
No, you don't.
No, I don't do that.
You've never done that.
I sometimes get snacks for us.
Never.
We have food at times.
Never, ever. Mamduka.
Don't start.
It sounds like we've got a guest on the show. Who is that? Mamduka.
Alex, that's just you. Everyone can tell it's just you.
One day we're going to have guests on here, and they're all going to be played by me. And they're all going to be rip-offs of existing characters.
No originality here. That's not what you find at Roboboots. What you find is comedic gold. You find an hour of laughter, because we're just your friends. You know,
Do you know what else you find? More auto-tune.
You know the song, right?
So everybody that was once a listener is clearly no longer a listener, or we're going to get a bunch of new listeners that are Kanye West fans.
Let us know. You know, check us out on Twitter. I'm the Jason Church. Alex is Alex Hanley.
I'll save that for the plug section at the end.
No, I'm saying let us know. You know, do you like the auto-tune? Do you not like the auto-tune?
No, here's what you do. You go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/roboboots, and you write whether you like it or you didn't like it, and ask us questions, personal relationship questions.
We're really good at that. We'll dig deep. We'll get into your love life, and we'll give you advice that your own mother would be ashamed of. But that's why we're here, because we'll tell you things your own mom won't. We'll spank you, but we won't like it.
You ever been spanked?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's so much fear and sadness. I've only been spanked once.
Oh, were you not spanked as a child?
Never. Only one.
I get.
And I really deserved it.
I don't know. See, it's hard to say. All I remember is that up to a certain point in my childhood, maybe like 6.
No, last year, let's be honest.
Okay, last year, my dad, he said, Jason, I'm sick of this bullshit. Bend over. Take those pants off. And he got a belt. No,
Were you spanked with a belt?
No, not a belt. That's a joke.
With a spoon?
I don't know if they would like...
With a spoon?
No, I don't think with a spoon. That's sort of like...
I knew a kid who was spanked with a spoon.
Like a wooden spoon?
Yeah. It was 1953. All over again.
Ooh, that's bad. No, I just think it would be like... I think it was when I was younger, though, because my parents were very young. I don't think they knew what to do with a kid. They're like, what do we do? Let's just do what our parents did. Bend him over, and we'll just... And it hurt. And then I think they stopped when I was like, a little bit older, because they realized, wow, this isn't...
You ever spanked your cat?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah. What do you mean spanked?
They have bums too.
I've like pushed them away. I don't think I've ever like deliberately.
I punched Ozzy in the face once.
And that's why he's sick.
No, he's not sick anymore. He was never sick. But no, when he was a kitten, one time he like bit me, and he bit me really hard. And it was just like
anger just
it was reactionary as to we were just playing, and then like this is the first time he'd ever bit me.
Yeah.
First instinct was punch him in the face, and I punched him hard. Punched him in the face, never bit me ever since.
Well, good. Link lately.
So that's proof that spank your kids.
Maybe spank your kids. Maybe I should punch Link because I took that plant. I used to have a plant in my room.
You can't say that you're going to do something. I said I already did something, so the cops can't come.
Yeah.
But you're saying, well, maybe I should. You can't say that.
Maybe I...
SOPA. They'll shut us all down.
It's SOPA. He keeps fucking turning my computer off. He'll jump up onto my computer and he'll touch it with his cat paw.
That's your fault, though.
Well, that's not my fault.
That's your computer's design's
fault.
It's
the computer's design. They thought, hey, let's have a button that's like an inch by an inch wide, and it'll just be nice and big so people can hit. No, cats jump on everything. Someone clearly...
What's your opinion on nipple size?
Small, but not too small.
You scratching your beard?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I don't think it matters. It's just as long as it's not too big.
No.
Actually, we should be more specific because there are two parts to a nipple. There's the nipple, and then there's the areola. We're specifically talking about areola size.
Yeah, nipples, it doesn't matter. Nipples can be big.
Well, no, because what if it's droopy? Like an aardvark's nose, like early editions of Arthur. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. That's true. No, it can't be a big nipple.
Of course not, but I'm saying the areola.
That especially can't be big.
Yeah.
Because that just looks
but you get
weird.
You get to a point where it's just... the clothes are off. It's not like you can say no.
Well, that's...
What do you do?
And that's
the greatest dilemma.
I sometimes lay in bed at night and just wonder to myself, because, we've talked about this. We're not the kind of people who go out and just sleep around. But
speak for yourself.
No, I just mean,
there are clubs that play great music, and they're filled with lots of cute guys, girls.
Huh?
Autotune. Now, Jason, you gotta listen. Sometimes a man, when he's a little boy, has thoughts of what a banana might taste like if it was made out of flesh. Yeah, so I feel bad for anybody if this is their first podcast. We're literally, anytime I say autotune, I stop it, we do a segment, and we come back. We've done that, I think, 3 times so far. We're not even 10 minutes into the podcast. So if this is your first podcast, go make sure you listen to the very first one, where it's much worse. For anybody who's listening to trying to get into our podcast, I always tell them to listen to the newest one and work their way backwards.
Start in the middle. That's a good point.
No, you're gonna argue with me. No, listen to the most recent one and work your way backwards.
Yeah, I think Time Travel Cast is probably our greatest podcast. Maybe.
A lot of people like that one. That has a lot of listens.
Yeah, and just inexplicably, I think we went to a really interesting area. But let's get back to the real...
areola.
I was going to say, let's get back to the real dilemma. Sometimes I lay in bed at night.
Yeah.
And I just wonder to myself, man, what if I meet...
And I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed. Just give it all up what's in my head.
Why did we auto-tune this part? It's too late.
What's going on? And I said, hey. I said, hey, what's going on? Remember that time we were drunk and we sang Bon Iver?
Oh, God. We sang like a good 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah. You have one hair. It's too much.
Oh,
it's
I know.
Sticking out.
I'm thinking I'm going to shave it all off.
No,
let it regrow.
No.
Let it regrow because it's...
Just have a goatee. Shave the rest and have a
well,
goatee.
No, if I did...
a little bit.
No, if I shaved it, I'd do something funny each day.
Exactly. Do the Levy for Motorhead.
Yeah. I do like... It would start with like
so
the Levy
funny.
from Motor... No, I'd start with like mutton chops and then like a goatee or something. Just look weird. The next day, it would just be like evil villain goatee. And then it would just be a mustache for a day. Maybe the Hitler stash. And then...
For one just Facebook profile picture.
Really serious.
You comb your hair like him too. You just take a picture, you do the post.
It's like,
You never get a job for the rest of your life.
Jason, you went too far with this.
Jason, I'm Bob Duca, and I'm your stepfather.
That's just blatantly stealing something.
Now, speaking of stealing, have you ever... they talked about this on the latest Mega 64 podcast about... Or maybe the one before, about stealing. Like, have you ever, like, stolen anything?
I've never stolen anything.
Sean said that he'd never stolen anything, and Derek was like, that's not true. And Sean was like, well, what have I stolen? And Derek's like, I'm not going to be the one to say it.
Really?
And they just waited, and then Sean was getting all upset. What have I stolen? And Derek was like, Jenny's virginity.
Whoa. That's not true.
And all laughs because she has 2 kids.
She has 2 kids? It's probably never fucked her.
Have you ever stolen anything?
I can't remember that I have. I don't think that I have.
Sopa, come on.
What?
Sopa.
Sopa?
Sopa.
Like the bill.
Yeah. Like the what? Stop online piracy.
Uh-huh.
You ever stolen?
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I have.
Pretty much everything that you've ever listened to or watched on the internet.
Huh.
You piece of shit.
That's kind of interesting, the mentality of just...
Rotten fucking jail.
Yeah, I guess.
Fucking faggot.
No, why are you looking down on me? It's not like you haven't.
I have Netflix. I have had Netflix.
Stop winking at me.
That time it was an accident. But I have had Netflix. So I did something good. What have you ever done that's any good?
Wow.
This fucking game that you steal everything?
I am programming it from scratch. I'm designing
Still all the code.
From where?
It's Facebook, right?
Okay.
You see any of your lines on code on Facebook? You see any of your lines on code?
That was just gibberish.
That's social network.
Yeah.
That's a quote.
Okay, sure.
That's how he says it. He has a warble in his voice. It's like he's auto-tuned.
No more mentioning autotune. I'm done with that. Done with it. What was I trying to say before about nipples and women? I mean, sometimes I cry at night, and know what I mean? It just ain't right.
I know what you mean. I have thoughts of nipples, thousands of nipples from boys and girls, and I think to myself, can I suck these nipples?
Not nipples, no.
And the nipples from the south and the nipples from the north, and we go to the south and we suck on the nipples.
And they're like, ooh,
I'm on Dominique, and an almond for you, and an almond for me. Little almond nipples from Southeast Asia.
And this is why we don't sing.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. So anyways, I agree with your point about nipples. That
I didn't even get to my point, really.
Yeah, they're little almond nipples from Southeast Asia. Speaking of which,
What
do you think of Asian women? How do you rank them in terms of hotness based on where they're from?
I think
Who's at the bottom?
over the years, it's just
Who's at the bottom?
I don't have...
Vietnam.
Oh, no, Viet Cong.
Donkey Kong. That's where it came from, right?
Candy Kong.
Yeah, Kong's at the top. Coconuts.
Oh, yeah.
What's a crystal banana? What is it? Crystal coconut.
Crystal Fairies. There's Crystal Fairies in that game.
Ooh, Crystal Head vodka. We drank that.
Crystal Castles.
Crystal Castles is my favorite band. Castles are what kings live in.
And kings do crystal meth.
And queens clean up after the kings.
And the King of Queens was a terrible television show.
And it starred Leah Remini, and she had a baby and got fat.
And then there's a show about fat people now.
What's that show called?
I don't know, because it's not good.
There was a show on Fox called The Swan where they made ugly women get plastic surgery so they were pretty. That show scared me as a child.
On TLC, they would perform open surgeries. My mom would force me to watch them as a child.
Your mom is upstairs right now.
She can probably hear us.
It should all be auto-tuned.
No.
What was that segment we just did? Say what you want about the nipples.
Oh, I was just going to say, don't you ever have like a fear?
Nipple dreams.
Nipple dreams.
Nipple dreams, nipple screams, nipple creams, nipple jeans.
But it's like you meet a girl and you're like, you get comfortable with her and you start, clothes are coming off, sweat's building, and she has like...
Sweat's building where?
Down there.
There's like a pool of it. Have you ever done that? Where it's like No, like you've had it's like a hot day and you've done like some working out, and it's like there was a pool. You know what I'm talking about? Crotch pool.
Crotch pool.
Oh my god,
That is a terrible feeling.
have you seen Jackass 3D?
No, I've heard about.
That's the one scene where they have the fat guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I know all the Jackass guys.
Yeah.
'Cause I love those movies. I think those movies are the evolution of slapstick comedy. That they're just funny.
How far they're willing to go.
Yeah, these guys are putting themselves on the line for our entertainment.
Yeah.
And nobody else is willing to do that.
One of them's died now. So.
Yeah, well, good. You drive that fast, you deserve to die. No, they had the fat guy run on a treadmill, and they had like this thing that all the sweat that built up from his crotch.
Oh.
They filled up a cup. They drained all like his clothes, and Steve-O had to drink it.
Oh my!
And
No.
he drank it, and he immediately threw up. Just immediately.
That makes me. I almost gagged there for a second.
That's the grossest thing I've ever done. They've done some pretty gross things.
It's like
He drank it, and like the moment he drank it, he threw up, and he was throwing up a lot.
yeah, because it's just the psychological awareness of.
When they were all in the room together and stuff, he has to watch the fat guy who's all exhausted from having ran. But the moment he starts throwing up, the fat guy starts laughing. Preston Lacey, that's who it is, the fat guy.
That is disgusting. No, I was gonna say.
Are they mean to Wee Man, do you think? Because I hear people say that they're mean to him, but I think, no, they treat him like one of the bros.
Yeah, they don't treat him any differently than they treat the others' deformities and, deviations.
He's one of the guys, and the fact that he's a midget, they have to do stunts based around that, and he just seems cool with it.
Yeah.
I think his dick is...
It's probably well hung.
No, I think it's regular size, and it seems well hung in comparison.
Sure. I've never really thought about
Remember
it.
the Little People Big World?
That show's still on.
No, they had their finale.
I feel like
Series finale. They do specials every now and then.
my mom and my sister watch that show every now
I
and
used
then.
to watch that show.
Why?
I had a crush on the mom.
No, you didn't.
Crush on the little boy.
What?
Try
again.
The midget one.
No, one more time.
What do you mean, one more time? That's it.
That's it?
Not the little girl.
Oh, all right.
I have a thing for midgets. What can I say?
What can I say? Is that like the top on your list then?
No, top of my list is the three-legged dog. Well, this is the deformities that I find sexual.
Okay.
Sexual healing.
Anyways. No, what if you, you get with a girl and...
Or a boy.
Or a boy, sure. One, their nipples
One.
are huge.
Cut a hole in the box. 2. Put your junk in that box. 3. You need to open that box, and that's the way we do it. Is my dick in the box?
But, what if you actually, you open up their bra or whatever, and their nipples are just huge and weird?
I would just move on to something else, and I would just forget about it.
No, but, what if, she's really great? She's just
What
fantastic.
does that mean?
She's your dream girl, but...
I just want to focus on her toodly doodlies when I'm doing anything else. I just go move on to another part of the body.
And you'd be okay with that forever?
Not forever.
So you...
If it was Allison Brie and I take it off here, she's breathing, and they take that off, and she's got little faces on there. No, that's it. I'm done. I don't care.
Yeah, no.
Find somebody else that doesn't have face for nipples.
I thought that was me being vain thinking something like that.
It is. There's something wrong with being vain. There are times where you can have any thoughts or emotions and have it be completely rational.
The worst though would be you're really into it. You take off her bra and it's just whoa.
You take off her bra and it's like your dad's face.
Dad?
You realize you're on shrooms.
Or the same thing being they've got a wizard sleeve down there.
I've done that.
What?
I've done that.
How could you cause that? I'm gonna bite this off. That was really disgusting.
I'm not gonna tell a story here, but I am going to tell a story in quotes. One time I was really drunk. I was with a girl, and I just kept biting her because I was at that point where it's yeah, I'm drunk and I'm horny. I also just want to have a good time. There's no someone to bite. She's not as drunk as I am. I'm really drunk, and you
just kept biting her everywhere.
Yeah,
just biting her.
Yeah, like a dog would, like how a dog would make.
Okay,
and that was it.
Huh?
And I don't think I've seen her since. Good,
probably for a good reason.
So if you're listening to this, girl I bit while I was drunk, call me if your body still works.
If it doesn't, we'll fix that. But
Oh, Jason's drunk.
I wish.
When was the last time you drank?
Around Christmas, I guess. You mean like drunk? Because I would be with you. Whenever that was. Don't touch me. Drunk cast. Whenever that was. Weeks and weeks ago. What should we get to?
The fucking stain on your sock.
They're old socks.
Fuck you.
Sockcast.
No, this is, what is it? What are we going to call this?
You said Gleecast, didn't you?
No, Autotunecast. T-Pain cast.
T-Pain cast. We did see a movie.
No, I don't want to get to that yet.
Oh, I'm just saying, we're going to talk about Mission
Saw the artist. 3, 2, 1. The artist.
Mission Impossible.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Tom Hardy.
Okay. Tom Hardy and Tom Cruise. All right.
Okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Dark Knight Christ.
You said Dark Knight Christ. You did say Dark Knight Christ. I said Tom Selleck. Okay, so we got to find something in between that.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ted
Batman.
Danson. You said
Batman.
You said Batman.
No.
I said Ted Danson. So Ted Danson, Batman. All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Gotham
Norm Macdonald. Oh, sorry, Norm Macdonald in Gotham City.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Los
Christopher
Angeles.
No.
Los Angeles and Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Hollywood.
Blade Runner and Hollywood. 3, 2, 1. The
Movies.
Hollywood sign. I did the Hollywood sign and movies. 3, 2, 1.
That
Film
head they
reels.
found in the Hollywood sign.
At head they found in the Hollywood sign. Film reels. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Movies.
LA Noir. LA Noir and movies.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Casablanca. Casablanca in LA. 3, 2, 1.
The
Brick.
artist.
Brick and the artist. 3, 2, 1. Ryan Johnson.
Damn it, I lost it.
Jason always loses because he's too concerned with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to make us both win. That's my goal.
I just figure we'll win eventually.
That's
That's a game that we took from Comedy Bang Bang that apparently now just happens on the fly, where you both try to say the same word, and you take the two words. I like how we're explaining it after the fact.
Well, if people didn't get it, they're dumb, clearly.
We're trying to say the same word. We have to find a common word between the two things that we've chosen, and if you can't say a word, you lose. And I was playing for Orange County, and I won. So, congratulations to Orange County.
Yeah, we'll be sending you a check in the mail. 7 to 10 years.
And the theme song for the OC was... California, here we come, right back where we started from. California, 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 here we come. Oh, do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, what? No, I already said my thing about the nipples.
Say it.
I just think that women, if you have nipples like that, no, I won't go that far. But it's just
Get that fixed.
you can't.
What? What's
What's
the
the replacement? Yeah, they make like baby nipples on bottles.
Yeah.
So,
Tape them on, right?
well, I just.
What do you think of men who become women?
What do you mean? They're transsexuals.
Yeah, what do you think of them?
Actually, now that you mentioned that,
Uh-oh.
no, I was gonna say
It's going
clearly,
weird places.
clearly, if they can like augment men to have tits,
It's called implants.
no, but they do something with the nipples.
Do they? I don't know a lot about that. You seem to.
I feel like they must. Because, like, my nipples are so small, right? If you
Good
were
thing.
just,
That's a good thing.
no, but if you were just to fill
They
that
grow
with, like,
naturally.
you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just feel like if you were to put a balloon, they just break.
No, they grow. They break and they grow. There's nipple skin and there's regular skin.
Then they can probably do that for women.
Oh, like grow them on the back of mice.
Yeah.
And staple stitch them.
Put it on.
Staple stitch them. Isn't it kind of weird? Here are my predictions for 2012.
Skin gun.
Oh, yeah, skin gun that I just squirt on my dick.
Yeah.
You're jerking off. It's so raw. Just skin gun. Skin gun.
The skin would just, if you don't know what the skin gun is, go look it up. It's crazy. But it's like you just kept spraying it on your dick. just these layers of skin would keep forming, and it would just grow, and then it would like encase your dick, and you could never use it again.
Kevin, fuck. What was I gonna say? No.
2012.
That we've been doing stitches and like sutures and just stitches for so long, and how barbaric is that? We get an injury and we're sewing people's skin together with silly string.
No, well, it dissolves at least now.
Stupid. We're gonna figure out something that works better than that.
Just like a Band-Aid that literally is just skin. Just, oh, there you go.
No, you're just gonna figure out something better than that. We're gonna find some sort of, I don't know, rock underground in the ocean that just heals like Wolverine.
Adamantium?
No, it's his bones. It's the metal shit on his bones. That's not why he heals. He heals because he went through the Weapon X program.
I thought that was just a mutant. That's just an evolution. That's just the evolved.
X-Men Evolution.
Yeah.
With Nightcrawler.
And the TV show.
Who'd you fuck?
Rogue.
No, you wouldn't.
Why not?
You can't. You're an X-Man.
Right. She'd suck the life
fuck,
force.
Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, if I could get her powers.
She was like, yeah, it feels really good. She's actually just like having you phase through her.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel anything.
Here's what I want. If I could have like one power, aside from like the cool ones, like time traveling and like living forever.
Yeah.
It would be...
Now, would you really want to live forever?
Forever young. I want to be...
I'm asking you seriously.
I want to be forever young.
Really?
You would want to live forever if you were old as bones. Like,
Yeah.
you're 150 years old and your fucking organs are made out of fucking raisin.
Even if you're young, would you really want to like live for that long? Like 1,000 years, cool.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 years,
Cool
but
shit.
forever?
Yeah.
Like undying?
Yeah.
No.
Like Superman.
I was having this conversation. Someone
With who?
Some person at school.
Squiggy.
We were forced to get
Squiggy.
Sure, we'll call them Squiggy. And we had to get forced into like groups to work on something, which was really dumb because this is a fourth year.
I'll play Squiggy.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what do you think about living forever?
No.
I'm playing Squiggy.
I said no. No, they started asking
You're
about
a terrible
religion.
conversationist. Why is Squiggy your friend? If Squiggy asks you a question, you just go, no.
We're not friends. This is the first time I'd ever like talked to Squiggy.
Squiggy, a girl or guy?
Girl.
I like that.
But
That tiny butt princess from earlier. We were trying to make our way back from the theater. Wouldn't you say that was a tiny butt princess?
that was a tiny butt princess.
There was a girl who just had the tiniest butt, and she was a princess.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I liked it.
You could dine on it.
No. He just made Link's face.
What?
When he asks for a kiss in the Wand of Gamelon, he just made that face. Jason just made that face, but he just didn't cover up his hand like Link did. I love the animation for that.
Let's go!
It's like they didn't know what they were doing with like keyframes and having another. They just had to animate each individual frame.
They did it. Stop it! Stop! My kidneys hurt. I'm catching on Lucy Liu flu.
I can feel it coming in the air
Even let me do, like, the
tonight.
good part. Now you just fucked it up. Anyways,
I am
Squiggy
a gorilla.
started
A
asking about
gorilla,
religion.
don't worry.
And they just randomly started asking
How
me about
could
religion.
I ever forget? It's the first time.
But not the last.
It's the last time we ever met. Remember the first time you heard that song?
Nope, never heard it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Who's better, Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins?
Well, Peter Gabriel, obviously.
Peter Gabriel has a song. It's called Salisbury Hill. It's the best song. It's just the best. You can't listen to that and not be in a good mood.
Well, just Phil Collins stole everything he knows from Peter Gabriel.
Except for being an asshole. He learned that himself. Probably from his whore of a mother.
Whoa. Anyways. What was I
Squiggy.
saying? Squiggy. Just
Squeaky cute? Squeaky is not cute.
there's just certain features about Squiggy that just
What's wrong with Squeaky?
I'd say one is the nose.
Okay.
The nose
So
is
she's Persian. She's
No.
Indian.
No.
I'm close.
Close. there's just like a very particular type of nose that just is not attractive for me. Anyways, we're just randomly working.
Unwhite nose is okay.
Sure. But we're just working and stuff, and out of nowhere, so, are you religious? And it's just like, well,
maybe if you want me to be squiggy.
I fucking hate it when people do that. It's like there's sort of this awkward silence. They're like, well, I got to talk about something. And if they're religious, they just immediately fall back onto God. So they just start questioning me about God. And they just, for the next 2 days, they would not stop bringing things up about God. Because I told her, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of spiritual, but I don't really believe in, like, religion because it's just man-made.
You be Squiggy and I'll be Jason.
Okay. So, but how can you think that, You think that...
Think what?
Like evolution, Don't you think the fact...
I don't think that. What I think is whatever I want to think. And if you want to think something, do it, you fucking bitch. Go back to Pakistan, Squiggy. I was just trying to get it to the character of Jason.
No, because I started talking about evolution and just being like, isn't it weird that you go to like all the animals, like just
lion, octopus, mongoose,
squirrel,
little dog, big dog, human. How does it all happen? Is the first one because of the last one? I don't know. But is little dog evolve into large dog? Sometimes. The Bible.
No, because I was telling
That's
her.
what I would do during Nathan's Drake Deception Uncharted.
Yeah.
I would just... It wouldn't... That was Putnam, a very retarded Putnam. But I would just be in, like, Charlie's voice, just commenting on whatever was happening. Just, oh, you fucking think that's a good idea? I don't know what that was. It was more like Ali G, but I can't ever do Ali G properly on the podcast.
No. But no, I was telling her, I'm like, don't you think it's kind of weird that, like, you open up a cat, and the way it's built is that it's got a brain that sort of looks like ours. It's got, like, a bone structure and, like, blood that, it lives and stuff. Like, it's so similar to us. Like, isn't that kind of weird that everything just sort of evolved from that? They're like, well, don't you think that's, like, because God just made it all that way? I'm like, no.
Maybe. But maybe we should go to dinner. Talk about this with the clothes off. How about that?
But
what would you like? What kind of wine do you like? Red? Me too. Let's drink enough of that I have a desire to fuck you, Squiggy.
But the question...
drink so much wine that I no longer care about the things you say. And the only thing I care about is the taste of your gooch.
That rank.
The rank. That ice rink down there that you call a pussy. It's big, it's white, it's cold. It's filled with a bunch of Canadians. I'm Canadian. Squeaky. Let me put my hockey stick in your rink-a-dink. I don't care about God. Where I'm going to take you, there is no God. He can't see a goddamn thing I'm going to do with my ding-a-ling.
Don't ever touch me. No.
Squeaky.
So,
How would you see this girl? You're going to think of her as Squiggy.
Well, now I am.
I call people Squiggy all the time.
It's bad because she doesn't actually have a nice name.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say.
Whisper to my ear. I won't say it. Jason whispered it in a weird way, and that's not a nice name. You know what's a nice name? Jessica. You know what's a nice name?
So generic.
I don't give a fuck. It's better than whatever that was. That sounds like
Anyways,
that's I could just say one thing and it would give it all away.
No, but the thing is,
Take it all away. That's a rock song.
Yeah. Over the course of 2 days, it's like she couldn't let this go, and she kept asking me weird questions. Out of the blue.
Like what?
We're working on stuff. So, if you could, like, if someone would pay you, like, $1 million, would you, like, go to space? Well, of course. She's like, really? Really? I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't have to pay me money. You know how...
say to her, you say, if I gave you $1 million, would you put my cock in you? Say that back to her in that accent. Ooh, every time. Ooh, every time. Pregnant.
Ooh.
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 Will Smith. Denzel Washington. Anyway, Squiggy was saying.
Yeah, no, she asked me that. She's like, really?
Yeah.
Really? I'm like,
there.
and it's just like, well, why wouldn't I? It's like you go up there and you get to see something that so few people will ever see. And it's like that.
Allison Marie's titties.
Exactly.
More people have been to space than have seen her titties, probably.
Probably.
Fuck.
And
what does that say about the world?
It's very small.
No, it says that we prioritize things improperly. That we spend billions of dollars on fucking NASA, whatever the hell that is. We don't spend enough money on tying that bitch down, ripping her shirt open. For once and for all. Like, not we, but the Americans, they sent like drones into freaking Pakistan trying to get Osama bin Laden. They sent an entire team in there. Just do that with Allison Brie. Send SEAL Team 6 in there. Don't send them in there with guns. Send them in there with freaking super soakers. Just get her wet and wild and out of control. Rip all of her clothes off. For America. Have Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Hillary Clinton all in a room, and they're all like watching. They have that live streaming on the USA.gov.
Damn it, Biden. I told you to put those Cheetos down. You need to get out of here.
Hello, my name is Barack Obama, and I just want to say, Joe Biden, put the Cheetos down, and go Chicago Bears.
Why did we come up with that? We saw that photo, and that was like the first thing that we were just making fun of Joe Biden because of his goofy expression.
Now, Joe, I know you're from Delaware, and in Delaware, they do things a little differently. Now, I just want to say,
like Bill Clinton.
Everything that you learned in Delaware, that shit don't fly in the White House. In the White House, we play by Obama's rules. If you don't like Obama's rules, you can get the fuck out. Now, Hillary, I like that you're Secretary of State because it means you're never in the White House. Please, if you wouldn't mind, trade places with Joe.
I don't know what I was trying to say with my story.
You're in love with Squiggy.
No, it's just...
I'm in love with the Squiggy.
Just those questions perplex me because I was trying to explain to her how it's like, yeah, you go to space and it's like, you get to see photos of like what the moon, what Earth looks like from the moon.
She's like, Olympus Mons is?
Shut up for a second.
No. Do you know what Olympus Mons is?
I don't.
It's the biggest mountain on Mars.
Really?
It's like a big nipple.
Always with you and the nipples.
A little bit.
But I had to convince her that it's like, yeah, haven't you ever seen photos of Earth just from like the space station? She's like, no. I'm like, you know those photos of Earth? Don't they just like fake those? And it's like, up to this point, she didn't seem like...
She's in university, or fourth year.
Yeah, it's like she didn't seem like an ignorant person. I'm like, yeah, and I'm showing her, I just Googled Earth. I'm like, yeah, this is like the view they have. Like when we look at the moon, you know how it's like a circle? Well, if you're on the moon and you look at Earth, it's like a lot bigger because the Earth's a lot bigger.
Whisper in my ear what our ethnicity is, because I'm just curious. Whisper in my ear.
You're so close it wouldn't even matter.
No, whisper. Why did you say it like that?
Because it's funny when I
you pronounced it all. You pronounced it wrong.
It's funny though.
I don't think that was intentional.
I like the other name. Anyways, she wouldn't. What? She wouldn't believe me. I'm trying to just tell her. It's like, yeah, who wouldn't want to go to space and just like feel zero gravity? What are you doing?
Yeah, who wouldn't want to go to gravity and experience zero space? I got it. I was paying attention, teacher. I was taking notes, Mr. Polka. Look. Just hold up a piece of paper completely blank.
Sometimes I hate you.
Sometimes I dream of Genie. That's a TV show.
Yeah, that is. And she was all like, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Do you think they fucked?
Wiggled her nose. I dream of Genie, a show 50 years old. I don't know. You weren't alive. I wasn't alive. Everybody fucked in the 60s.
Maybe. Man.
Nixon had a dog named Checkers.
Fucked it?
Yeah.
What?
Watergate scandal. What do you think it was about?
Fucking?
The dog, Checkers.
Fucking.
The dog, Checkers.
Fucking?
The dog, Checkers. The dog, Checkers. Buy it now. A&E.com. It's a new reality TV show where two guys in the pawn shop, people take their dogs into the pawn shop, they cut them off, from the head down to the legs.
Wait,
Give them back to the owner and say,
cut what
you,
off?
you, the dog.
They cut the dog off?
Yeah, from government funding because Obama, socialism. Sopa.
So, pipa.
Yeah. Pipa, sopa, un tomato, one please, and hold the mayonnaise. Thank you, sopa.
Excuse, I have a question.
Hello, excuse, I have a question. If sopa is going to happen, why can't Mario climb up of pipe? Thank you.
Excuse, I have a question. If people don't like soap on internet, does that mean they don't shower? Thank you.
Hello, I have a question. If Adventure Time features dog and boy, does that mean they fuck? Thank you.
Bringing it all back. I like that.
What does that mean?
To the A&E book.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Tell me more about Squiggy.
That's all I have to say. I was just perplexed by the endless conversations of me.
Blondes or brunettes?
Huh?
Blondes or brunettes?
Am I drunk or am I
Blondes or brunettes?
Am I
drunk as shit?
Blondes, apparently.
Big butts, little butts.
Big butt.
Big arms, little arms.
Little arms.
Big pussy, little pussy.
Tiniest pussy possible.
Okay, dime-sized pussy. Daimler, Chrysler, or Dodge Caravan?
Wait, what?
Daimler, Chrysler, or Dodge Caravan?
Oh, this is a
Daimler, Chrysler, Dodge Caravan.
Dodge Caravan?
So, let the record show. Jason Church, if he had the choice, would rather fuck Rosie O'Donnell than Ellen DeGeneres. There's a sex scene on the internet of Ellen DeGeneres and Sharon Stone.
What?
You can see Ellen's titties.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they fuck.
No, they don't.
Well, they're girls, so they can't.
They'll never know.
Despite what they think.
Yeah, they'll never know the
You know
feeling
that song
that
Thunderstruck by AC/DC? Do you know what that's about?
Pussy. Banging.
Yeah.
What wasn't about banging with AC/DC? You know that song Balls?
Back in Black? You know what that's about?
What?
The N-word. And sex.
And banging?
Hello, my name is Barack Obama, and I just want to say that AC/DC is a great band. First time I fucked Michelle was to the song Back in Black, and that's why I named my daughters Sasha and Malia, because that's S and M. That's what I like, Obama.
That's how he goes out.
Obama. Because once he gets reelected, he can be as black as he wants.
That's true. He doesn't have to be white anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think it's... I mean, God, it's really a...
Fucking the moment he wins, we're going to see him come out there and give his speech. Cornrows. His dick is just going to be out on the floor.
Salami. Salami on the floor.
Not salami.
Yeah, salami.
Gorilla hand.
Gorilla hand?
Krabby.
Cookie.
Do. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Dun, dun, dun. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. To catch them all. To train them is my can.
We're all over the place. Pokemon!
I will travel across the world.
You said that.
Fucking victory bell. Do. It's got a big ass mouth for my ding-a-ling kingler. That would make a lot of soup. So the Mission Impossible. Is it really the impossible mission? Find out on the 6 o'clock news.
I heard
Let's
lots.
talk like we're drunk for the rest of the time. The very first time that I saw Tom Cruise was in a movie.
No, you go. Yeah, you go.
First time I saw Tom was in a movie, Jerry Maguire, and I thought, this guy, he's gonna be the next guy who's gonna win all the Oscars. But first, he just needs to pull up his pants and say, "Show me the money! Show me the money!" And the next movie I saw, man, was the last Sam. Sorry, I got something. My kidneys.
Are you dying or are you drunk?
Jason, taking me to the hospital.
Are you okay?
I've had too much of everything.
You've done it this time, Alex. This is the end of you. This is the end of Roboboots.
The very first time I saw Tom Cruise was in Jerry Maguire.
Is that blood? Are you coughing up blood now?
With Renee Zellweger. And Renee Zellweger and the little gremlin.
Alex, look at me. Alex.
The little gremlin.
Alex, look at me.
The little gremlin kid. Jonathan Lipnicki. Jonathan.
Alex. Alex. Look at me. Stay with me here, okay? Just, what are you trying to say?
The little gremlin kid. The very first time I saw Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Was in little Jerry Maguire. And it starred Samuel L. Jackson and Renee Zellweger and the little gremlin.
I just want to say to the listeners,
Little gremlin.
Alex, we've hidden it pretty well. He has a severe case of
The little gremlin.
of limp dick, and in the presence of someone like Tom Cruise,
The little gremlin.
he just reverts back into
Jonathan Lipnicki.
into a fetus again.
Jonathan Lipnicki. Jonathan.
You gonna be okay there?
The little the last samurai.
Sometimes these spells,
The very first time I saw Tom Cruise was in War of the Worlds
they last 5 minutes.
with Dakota Danning
Sometimes they
and Crom Pierce,
sometimes they can even last 5 days. It's
directed by Steven Spielberg.
I'm trying to take the mic from him, but he just won't let it go.
Too strong, because the first time I saw Tom Cruise was in Mission Impossible. Go Bug.
Are you trying to say Ghost Protocol?
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
The little gremlin.
Are you okay now? You coming back?
Whoa,
You
it was smart of you to do what you just did. You used the thing from Pulp Fiction, you jammed it into my heart.
Yeah.
I accidentally I snorted the heroin up my nose, and I'm sorry about that. That's what I was trying to say. Very first time I saw Tom Cruise was in a movie called Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Starred him, Renee Zellweger, and Cuba Gooding Jr. and that little gremlin, Jonathan Lipnicki.
yeah, cute kid.
It was a little gremlin. And it's a great film. One of my favorite films. That's the very first thing I think I saw him in. And a series of films called...
Mission Impossible.
What?
No, I didn't say Mission Impossible. I said Top Gun.
Tom Gunn.
No, I said
Tom Cruise, the first film. What was his first film? What was his first film?
it's Jerry Maguire.
Who was in it? Tell me who was in it.
It was Tom Cruise. It was Renee.
Who was the little one? Who was the little one?
Don't make me say it.
Who was the little gremlin?
Stop looking at me like that,
Who was the little gremlin?
Alex. That was a gremlin.
Jonathan Lipnicki.
Yeah. Yeah, it was him.
Big bad Beetleborgs. Big bad Beetleborgs. What?
Isn't it Morphs?
Beetleborgs.
It was Beetleborgs.
What is Beetleborgs? Oh.
Oh.
And I will always love you. I will always love you. If this doesn't win us a Grammy, I don't know what will. Okay, for anyone who's actually made it this far, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. If somehow this has made it onto iTunes, me and Jason are both dead, and this was our last one testament.
We wanted, to go out with a bang.
Wanted to go out with Autotune, and me almost dying, trying to think of...
For a good few minutes there.
5 minutes. It's not my fault. I have an allergy. Tom Cruise. Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens.
I took my pills, and I'm okay.
And now we're going to talk about...
Full of theta.
Now we're going to talk about Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
So I just watched The Incredibles the other day.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
I watched that, I think, 2 days ago, maybe even yesterday.
That movie really holds up.
What does?
The Incredibles.
What does?
The Incredibles?
What was Tom Cruise?
No, Alex.
I'm sorry. Whoa. I almost fell down a deep and dirty rabbit hole. Incredibles is one of my favorite films. I think it's the best Pixar film they've made. I've said this before, I think, on the podcast, that if there's a perfect movie, it's The Incredibles. It's got everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's got realistic hair.
Sure. I rewatched WALL-E the other day.
Why?
It was just on. I was sort of...
First 20 minutes? Great. Fat 20
Fat 20 minutes.
Fat 20 minutes? Fuck it. 40-minute movie.
Yeah, it's got some really, really great moments, but it is sort of all over the place and just like what you care about. Because it's like, wow, just the opening, just how desolate everything is. It makes for a great sort of uncharted territory.
How the fuck that cockroach survive?
How the fuck did he do that?
I understand that cockroach can survive anything, but how did he fuck to survive? He was maybe run over 20 times, and he survived.
What about deep space? How do you survive?
I know how he survives that. He's a cockroach. The thing is, if I stomp on a cockroach, he's dead. Wall-E, he ran over that cockroach. I've seen it.
Yeah, no.
Was that cockroach from A Bug's Life? Was he in it? Is he a repeat offender from Pixar?
Yeah, he is.
Is he also in Toy Story?
No.
Or have there ever been bugs in Toy Story?
Yes. The spider toy.
It's toy. It's a little toy. It's not.
Right.
It's not. That's not real. They have a dog in the first one. There's a dog. He looks very dumb.
No, there is a bug. And the first one.
Yeah. Little baby head.
No.
Baby head metal spider. Is that what you're thinking again?
Oh yeah.
That's what you was thinking. Yeah, they also have they put a grasshopper head on a strong man's body. That's what Sid did. He mixed them all up.
Isn't that a bug then?
No, it's a toy. But I do not think there were any bugs. But in Bug's Life, they have a real bird, and they also created the bird. The only thing I want to say is, how did the bugs create a bird? Pixar. I understand a rat become a chef. I understand toys that come to life. I understand the Incredibles are superheroes. I understand that Nemo was a fish. They found him. What I don't understand, how did a bug build a bird? I understand that you go to the mall. They have Build-A-Bear workshop. But they don't go to the bug mall and have a Build-A-Bird workshop for the bugs. Anyways, Mission Impossible, one of the best action movies of all time.
Sure, why not? Yeah, good movie.
The only thing I don't understand.
What?
He's climbing up the building. He has gloves.
Yeah.
Does that make him Spider-Man?
Well, I think that...
Has he been bit by a spider? And if he has been bit by a spider, was it the spider from Toy Story?
I think...
The baby head. We already discussed it.
I think...
Is that where he got the gloves? Did Sid create the gloves for him to climb the building?
I think...
And the guy who was there with him, he is Shaun of the Dead. I have seen him in another film. Shaun of the Dead. Why he didn't tell everyone, look... Whole world fucking zombies.
Full zombies, right?
Why didn't he tell them?
Yeah. There's another movie he's in.
The black chick? Yeah. Pretty sure that is Alicia Keys. Why didn't she sing to them? The other guy, he is Hurt Locker. Why doesn't he say to them, look...
That's not Hurt Locker.
That's Hurt Locker. He says, look, if there's a bomb, I can defuse.
No, that was Lost. He was Lost.
No, that guy, he was in the music video for Aerosmith called Crying. Alicia Silverstone was in it. She get her belly button pierced. She pretends to kill herself from Steven Dorff. In a moment, there's a man who tries to steal her purse. That's the same man from Mission Impossible. He goes from purse stealer
to CIA covert agent,
whatever agent.
IMF.
I am Agent Hannawell.
ACC.
Look at me. There's a pretty girl coming my way. I'm not going to have my hand on my gun. It's his fault.
He's dead.
But the other guy, little one, who was always, what are we doing? Oh, how do you do this?
Yeah.
That guy, he was Hurt Locker. He was playing dumb. He knows how to defuse all the bombs.
I think he looked like a bug.
No, he looked like the one who shoots arrows in the Avengers.
So you're saying that Tom Cruise?
I'm saying the first one, The Last Samurai. The second one, Alicia Keys. The third one, Shaun of Dead. Fourth one, Hurt Locker. But what the real question is, if they have the technology to climb up the building, why didn't from the very beginning, when it was like...
Just climb up the building?
Always.
Because it ran out.
No, not from that. Not from the building. But there's the man, he's running, he gets shot. Why didn't he have the gloves? If he had the gloves, you could just be like, look, I know you just shot a bullet. I'm going to stop it because these are magnet gloves. Why didn't they have him wearing the magnet suit? They shoot him with the bullet, turns around, says, fuck you. Shoots her. She's Russian. They threw her out of a fucking building.
I was waiting when she got thrown out.
I was waiting when she was thrown out to be like, look guys, in case you didn't know,
Spider gloves?
In case you didn't realize, I have magnet suit. Like Iron Man. Was that Scarlett Johansson? Was it? I can't tell.
I thought
it was pretty.
I thought it was Taylor.
Scarlett Johansson is pretty.
I just want to say, for Taylor Swift, great breakout role. I thought.
Who was playing Taylor Swift?
The girl with hair.
No, you're thinking of girl with dragon tattoo. That was last week. That stars.
Oh, that was Taylor?
We already talked about it. It's Charlize Theron. And the other one, of course, is James Bond.
Right.
It was a new story. He says, I'm no longer James Bond. I'm Sweden.
He's Sweden Bond.
No, it's just, I'm Swedish now. Goodbye. I'm going to write for a magazine. If I fuck anybody along the way, oopsies. Look who has herpes now.
Do you think in the dragon tattoo, it was silly of him to go with the older woman?
Fuck her.
No.
Do you think it was silly to fuck all of them without condoms?
Well, that's just...
Is that what they do in Sweden?
Well, that's just Europe.
It's Europe. I didn't even realize Sweden was in Europe. I thought Sweden was part of Russia.
No, that's Europe.
In Mission Impossible. They go to the Gremlin, and this why why I wonder all their buildings.
Where did they go?
The Gremlin. They go to Russia. They go to the Gremlin. I wonder.
Wait, so
I wonder why all the buildings made out of lollipops. They got swirls of vanilla Neapolitan ice cream. I wonder. Of course, it blew up. He made it out of fucking peppermint.
I want to clarify. So this movie has Tom Cruise,
Last Samurai, Alicia Keys,
and the Gremlin.
They blew it up. Spoiler alert. They go Ghost Protocol. There's a man. He's from Batman Begins. He says, "Look, if you choose to do this mission," and then he got shot in the head. Why didn't he
have the magnet suit?
I don't understand if that technology exists. Why don't you always wear it? And if you have a situation where it's like, look, hello, nice to meet you, can I get your number? They say no, you have their phone now. It's on you. And you don't need their number because you have their phone. If you ever want to talk to that person, you have their phone. And if they ever want to get it back, they have to come to you because you have a magnet suit.
And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Alex Hanley.
Give me my Alex back.
I can't. This is what happens when I have to talk about Pixar films.
And the bugs.
And the bugs, of course. This is what comes out.
I always wondered if the bugs in a bug's life were sentient. Were they sentient?
What does that mean?
Well,
science? If they're a scientist, if they can build a bird. And if you remember the little bug, the blue one, at the beginning, he built a machine for collecting food. He fucked it all up. He almost killed them all. Of course he's a scientist. He built a machine. If you gave him the spider, you give him the gloves or the magnet suit. Kevin Spacey, the grasshopper, couldn't do anything because grasshopper would try to squish him. Couldn't. He's just got gloves.
Because he's Lex Luthor.
He'd put his hands. The blue bug. What was his name?
Flint.
What was his name?
Flint.
His name was Flick. Flick would say, "Look, I get that you are a grasshopper and you are the guy." Do you remember the movie Seven?
Scratching my belly button.
Remember the movie Seven?
Sorry, just 1 second.
He was the bad guy.
Lucky number 11.
With Die Hard.
And
Lucy Flew, whatever. Little blue bug put his hands on the big one. He crushed his fucking skull. End of the movie. Do you remember how many bugs there were? How many ants there were?
1 million.
Hundreds. And there's 20 grasshoppers. Just fucking eat them. Have you ever seen an ant? They don't listen. You say, "Get out of my house." They don't fucking understand. What the hell are they doing taking over some grasshoppers? I guess that's when it happened. Maybe we should have been rooting for the grasshoppers. Maybe then you tell an ant, "Look, if you don't get out, you're fucking crushed. I don't care if you build a fucking bird. I'm a human. Get out. You've been ruining our picnics for fucking centuries. I don't care if you build."
So are you coming from the human standpoint in the movie Bug's Life now?
I'm coming from any anti-ant policy that exists.
Maybe you should watch the movie Ants.
I've watched that movie and I said to myself, "Look, that is Woody Allen playing the lead ant." And I said, "What the fuck is he doing as an ant?" Woody Allen lives in New York. He is Jewish. He's not an ant. The big ant is Rocky.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that is actually Sylvester Stallone.
It's Sylvester Stallone. And it's Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone and Sylvester Stallone are both in that movie.
And ants?
Yeah, and Woody Allen. Sharon Stone, Sylvester Stallone. They're all in it. It doesn't matter. Do you remember what happens in that movie?
Vaguely.
He fucking turns out, look, he's Jewish, and now he's king of the ants. Oh, where have I heard that story before? It's called the fucking Bible. When the one he is born, he's Jewish. Next thing you know, he's king of the ants.
That's ironic because I remember that movie does like navigate around flooding, and just they flood the whole.
Fucking thinking of Finding Nemo again.
Or was that Bug's Life?
Are you thinking of Finding Nemo?
Well, that was the ocean.
They said, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And then they have all the birds. What the birds say? Mine, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Now there's the solution. If those bugs were just like, look, seagulls, 1 second, come here. Can you help us? Mm-hmm. The seagulls, number one, would not negotiate. But number two, they would just want it all for themselves. They'd eat all of the grasshoppers.
Wait, you're not comparing different Pixar movies?
They all exist in the same universe.
I don't know about that.
Because in Bug's Life, you look on the TV, is Woody from the Bug's Life, not from Ants. He's Woody too. Woody Allen, Woody Tom Hanks. Isn't that funny? They take the guy from, he's in a movie called Philadelphia, Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. He has AIDS. And then somebody watched that movie and go, look, let's make him a toy cowboy. They said, look, let's make him a toy cowboy whose best friend is an astronaut and he's in love with a sheep girl.
Who dies?
She doesn't die.
Yeah,
you think you're Forrest Gump?
No.
Forrest Gump, what's the name? The one he always in love with. He says, look, I love you no matter what.
Dene?
No, he says, I don't know her name. She died of AIDS. That's what you're thinking of. They have a little kid. That kid is the one who has 6 cents. Same shit.
I'm just so confused right now.
All day I just think, movies. Why are all these people having so many fantastical lives?
Well, you heard it here first. If you'd like to hear more about Alex's thoughts on Pixar films...
Or make sure to go Facebook, Roboboots, just right. What do you think of this? They ask me, what do you think of this? I say, well, I don't know.
Alex will...
Depends on what it is.
He'll answer your question, whether you like it or not. So, I'm done.
And it's just, you take a man like Brad Pitt. How the fuck he go from being little old man to big old man? And he has his own fight club. What the fuck? You ever seen an old man fight? It's like kicking a dog when it's down. Yeah, boy. Mission Impossible, I give it a 9 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10.
And that wasn't Alicia Keys, that was Paula Patton. I don't say that.
Taylor Swift.
I don't want people to get confused and think that I don't know who that is. It's Paula Patton. She's hot.
Yeah, she's hot. Those boobs.
Oh, yeah. Oh. She's just filled out.
Oh, you wouldn't
She's
think
the
so.
right amount of black.
What?
There's a certain amount that's too much.
Better stop it at that.
It's called...
You just stop.
I don't like them when it's like the night.